do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard dash. 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 Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when I tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. Deal with the hands, thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard dash. 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 They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go. 50, plant. Shoot.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And, right away, he lost the football. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Sam off. Back. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check 26, check 26. Hey, lock it.
24, check 24. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Yep.
Motion, motion. Hey, check motion, man. Put your hands on it.
Yo, let's go.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Mike, 45.
Bravo.
Let's go. At the 36-yard line. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy?
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Watch the out. Watch the out.
Ready?
Now back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
36.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Haywood.
45 the mic. I'm coming. Check 45.
2nd and 10. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And they're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Who that? 58's the money. 58's the money. Watch the run.
Hey, Delta.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Hey, watch the slant. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 49-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
26-yard line.
On the
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Joker, 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 Joker. Showing it, showing it.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
We got 4. Hey, watch 28.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Check 3. Hey, check 24. Check 3. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They'll drop to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Cullen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Let's go now. Now the wolf. Pick me up. Here we go. Shut. Undercut.
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up, because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Go. Wide. Get wide. Shoot.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete, and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here comes the Bears punter now. Standing just down. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Stepping up, and the ball is knocked out, and the Vikings pick up the football. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Throwing again. Martinez. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Hey, let's get there. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
On first down, Martinez. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Back to throw. Martinez. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
All day, every day, any day. Switch, switch, switch. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Blue dog working, blue dog working.
To throw is Martinez. Throwing on fourth down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Well, they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On second down, it's Cohen, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Martinez. He may try and run for this. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Come on, set, 8, read. 58, right there. Wild Bill. He's chucking it.
Now Martinez looking to throw on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. This is taken at the 23. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
On first down, it's Vaughn. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Rush in. Check. Lucky. 49, check 49.
Here's 2nd and 8. He gets it to Thomas. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw. Martinez. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down.
Switch.
Here's Martinez throwing on 4th down. Got his man. That's Harry. 16 yards is the pickup there on a 1st down for Chicago.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort, but on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Devin White able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9.
Mike, 45.
I got him.
45 is the Mike.
Five.
Check, 45. Check.
They'll set up a throw.
And
it's caught by Smith. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. It's a second down run with Sanders. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The Bears on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Vaughn. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Martinez now, operating from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
33 yards that time. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Back to throw here. So left side, it's complete. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game, and however it turns out, it turns out.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Ellison, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
I got it. Check. Crunch.
A give to Cohen. He heads right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looking to throw. Martinez got a man open. That's Harry. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try.
A 31-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Let's go, baby.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.